remember and awaken the viragi in us, remember and awaken the seva sevaka bhavayukta, sevaka bhavayukta individual in us, remember, awaken, sustain the dharma samsthabhaka in us. Let us remember, awaken and sustain the bhakta, the shishya in us. Let us remember and awaken and sustain and strengthen the mumukshu in us, most crucial than all. Then from that comes the individuality of being the jignasu. And jignyasa purti of the Atman, though happens finally through the Anubhava, and who goes on inspiring us, putting us on the path of Jignasa is the teachings of the Gurus, therefore, the Shrota in us. You know, the Jignasutva, Shrotrutva, after little of listening, appears that it is fulfilled. कि जो सुनना था मैंने सुन ली, जो जानना था मैंने जान लिया. With this thought, our own mind intellect cheats us. Ego also helps them. कि पढ़ लिया ना एक उपनिषद, समझ लिया ना उससे थोड़ा सा, तो no need of further. In this way, that Jignasu Mukshu becomes arrogant fellow, Shrota. Then, knowing that the Jignasu and Shrota should continue till the final stages of experience are gained. We have to guard ourselves from that at that level. Then all put together these 8 identities called as the sadhaka. Adhyatmika lakshya is the sadhya, of that we are the sadhakas. And in doing all that, the continuous constant highest level of inspiration and the dynamism. These are the 11 beautiful Vyaktitvas in us. We have to go on protecting, bringing them up like the fruits trees or the trees of the flowers, plants. In anticipation of those tender, fragrant flowers, how we protect and bring up those plants, or even the trees of the fruits, or our own children. How do we bring them up with so much of care, love, in anticipation? With children, we may not expect anything, but always every parent has expectation from children that he will be happy, she will be happy, they will grow and settle in happiness. So, utna to hoga. In the same way, these 11 divine, beautiful individualities in us have to be nurtured, nourished. Then we know who are the ones to help us. The Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa. One good thing is relentlessly we are attending our morning, evening satsangas. Beautiful it is. Sometimes some obstacles come, other works come, never mind. One, but don't give up completely. The satsang. That can be a suggestion, your choice. But that also is not sufficient. If not started, start doing the study also at home of these Shastras. That is what is our tribute, our respects, prayers. Extended to Mother Shruti, becoming qualified for her blessings, of reminding us of the spiritual goal. Especially in today's world of so much of materialism, worldliness, and this pure spiritual knowledge is not that much made famous, given importance in any of our circles, isn't it? The family member circle, the friend circle, a relative circle, any social circle. As a spiritual entity, तो we are अनाथ there. We are lonely. उनका कोई दिखता ही नहीं है ऐसे. But in fact, there are so many organizations where they are individuals. One can go and gather there. Then one can maintain that good friendship, by the way. So, who will remind us? That was the question. Therefore, commitment to be regular and to study. Then we go to our the Guru Parampara, Guru Tattva, the Swaguru and all our teachers. So there also again remembering their tyaga, their parishrama, how they, though they don't want, they don't need, yet are there continuously guiding us. It is the value of the guidance they are giving. It is their love and concern for us that we have to discover solution for all problems at one go, once for all. That they are struggling so much, as if pushed from something by something from inside. Nothing money, no. What is that push from inside? Only the Krupa Karuna or the power of the Guru Parampara, which is not less than divinity in any way, that making them. So our gratitudes, our recognition of their services and tyaga, and expressing that gratitude by just seeking that guidance and trying to follow it honestly to the extent possible. You know, we can ask for problems, doubts, solutions, but we should never justify with the teachers with what thing which we are not supposed to do doing or escaping or not doing the said thing. तो कोई साधना नहीं हो पाया तो कन्फेस करके सॉल्यूशन क्या है मांगना है, जस्टिफाई नहीं करना. Once, twice, thrice, four times, Guru sees it. Oh, okay. Now, in that person, individuality is growing. So he is stopped asking for, he started telling now. Now he stopped telling also. So therefore, he wants more freedom and all. Tathastu. With a smile, Guru, if you want, even he can do Namaskar also. Is because he sees God in you. But then that inclination of the Guru for the disciple goes away because of our this type of uh, doing or behavior, whatever you call. So there we have to be careful. You know, be taking the Guru into confidence. Alive hai to Guru. And then seek the guidance. Seek even solution for the inner and outer challenges, because of which we are not able to do the due sadhana. This is how our relation with the teachers, Parama Gurus, for as many lives as required till we realize the self, we have to maintain and even continue beyond in our own interest. May it happen to us. Mm. Then we go to our Vividha Devata Shaktis. How wonderful they are. Isn't it? From morning till night, even when we sleep, they are there inside us, managing this body to be alive and hand it over to us when we wake up next day. क्या काइंडनेस कंपैशन, उनके हवाले छोड़कर हम चले आते हैं नींद में, पर वो पूरा मेंटेन करके वापस. That also not one day, today, as long as we are alive. Great. And throughout the day, for any functionings, the faculties, their energy power is supplied by them only. So just they want remembrance and some offerings. The offerings are first inner attitudes expressed through some dravya. isn't it? यज्ञ किया है, उसमें आहुतियां डाले, ओ मोर देन हैप्पी आर दोर देवतास. और जो उपासना किया है, कोई नैवेद्य लगाया, ओ वेरी हैप्पी दे आर. और डू द स्मरण ऑफ देम, they are happy. And in that smarana, if there is कृतज्ञता, आरती, प्रार्थना are there, और भी उनको खुशी होती है. They won't leave us, all those devatas, and they see to it that we are always replenished with energies, powers, respective, and are able to perform well and achieve well in all the fields. Then we turn our attention to the Ishvara, the Lord. And let us go through all the tests He puts in front of us as if to push us away from Him. The tests of temptations, the tests of troubles, the tests of the lonelinesses, the tests of failures. Ishvara will move. Like that Ramugita in the evening, so beautifully, even that Shivananda Lahari we are seeing. Sahasramanyante jagati vibudaha ksudra faladaha. Passing in each of the test by proving that, O Lord, we are bhaktas of you, we are the Ananya bhaktas of you, and then we are here fully surrendering to you. Play if you want to play with us. Okay. Test. You do the testing. Fail karana hai karao. We have given everything to you. Very clearly. We have given up. तो कहते हैं देयर इज ए ब्यूटीफुल गाना इन तेलुगु పాలను ముంచెదవో నీటను ముంచెదవో will you drown me in the ocean of amrita or you drown me in the waters? It is in your hands. You know, you want to give the death, give. If you want to give the immortality, give. That type of developing attitude slowly एक दिन में नहीं होता हो. Oh Mahaprabhu, how many tests we have to go through and pass. And once he blesses, then the path becomes straight, vision becomes clear, doings become easier, reachings become obvious. And what is the reaching is the final one. Slowly, the upadhitadatma jiva bhava gets going away, like from the serpent, its skin goes away. The nirupadhika brahma anubhava swikarana starts happening in us. Isn't it? अभी तक हमको पूरा उस पर प्यार नहीं है. I have to realize myself as the Brahman. Somehow मिल गए तो कोई बात नहीं, because Guru Shastra are telling, but I too want to be as an individual only, successful and happy in this world, with everyone loving me and every situation conducive to me, every desire fulfilled. So this type of delusion still we are in. Therefore, that love for the truth not there. Therefore, when that Ishvara Sharanagati is done regularly, by His grace, the opposite of these two will happen. Love for the divine and understanding limitations and disliking for the undivine or binding worldly things. Exactly. This is what the topic we study today. Exactly this is what Sri Rama Bhagavan is teaching us. Wow, beautiful it is. In our evening Sri Yoga Vasishta Maharamayanam. So, having remembered all our 14 things, today's thought before our Upanishad studies, very small, same thing only. That see to it that we start developing awareness about ourselves. And once we are aware what is happening in me, where do I stand? Compare with it what is expected out of me as per the basis of the Shastras studied, isn't it? Or maybe any of the great Mahatmas. तो व्यत्यासम फर्क क्या है? What Shastra is teaching me to be, what I am now, or what is the state of evolution. The Gurus are the great Mahatmas are there, and where am I? So that clarity and then acceptance that these are the places shortcomings are there, and they have to be rejected, ejected out, and these are the things to be brought into my life. So this clarity has to come after becoming aware of ourselves. This is after studying the Shastras to good extent, like we have done last few years. It's a good amount of study it is, and not that we have neglected or forgotten everything. ऐसा नहीं होता. Just if we become little serious, sincere, close the eyes and think about, what is being studied, the main points definitely will be remembered by us. What is being taught to us through the Shastra. Of comparing that and comparing our life, where do we stand? Isn't it? First, in an unbiased manner, we have to recognize where do we stand. Then accept that it is not the expected healthy level. That acceptance level, we just fail. We justify there. Instead of justifying, first accept it. Yes, I am here like this, which is not expected out of me. Then slowly operating on ourselves, we have to go through that pain of operation. You know, everywhere. The pain of the bud becoming to a flower blossoming, pain of that egg within those birds hatching out and coming out, pain from the fetus, from the womb, the fetus coming out. है ना, ये जो गर्भ से बाहर आने वाला शोक होता है ना, दुख सारे ejecting out is so painful. Everywhere it is. Here also, ejecting out of the routine life of being a samsari into an uncertain, vast world of spirituality takes guts, takes sacrifices, takes efforts, and we have to believe takes the blessings of the God, for which we have to in fact pray, 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 isn't it? Even after knowing also that these are the places where we are lacking, we have to do them. These are the places where the unwanted things are there, we have to eliminate them. Yet, you know, we ourselves taking some actions to do that needful, we invoke the God's grace for Him to also bless. It's a very crucial operation and it prolongs depending on how many vasanas we have, how many prarabdhas we have, how lighter is our study, understanding, and how lighter are our prayers. In the prayers are very strong, in the study is very strong, if the vasanas are less, desires are less, in the lesser time it will happen. Like a patient, how long he will be in the hospital, how many treatments he needs, depends on his case, in what health unhealth condition he is. सब ठीक ठाक है, एक थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, he will not even be admitted also. Outpatient, बस भेज दो. In the same way, each one of us very subjectively should become more serious, alert about our own spiritual growth. For that, understanding about where do we stay or stand now, then what is expected out of us. No, all we are talking in an hinting manner only, indicative manner, specifically not saying. Specifically, if you ask in all this, whether in Yoga Bhasha or Vedanta Bhasha, what is the position of Viveka in me? What is the position of Vairagya in me? What is the position of Mana Niyantrana in me? Or Indriya Niyantrana in me? What is the position of my Samadhanam, Shraddha, Titiksha? ये सब होते हैं, isn't it? And when we really honestly look at, पता चलकर दुख होता है कि हमारा जर्नी शुरू ही नहीं हुआ. isn't it? क्योंकि जर्नी शुरू करने के लिए वी हैव टू डिसाइड, नो, डिसीजन नहीं बना. डिसीजन क्या है? अब मैं ये छोड़ दिया, आई एम गोइंग फॉर इट. सी दैट रामा's word yesterday, this aham त्यजामि. He said, I am giving up this ahankar, that's it. I don't want it. In the same way, in us also. The Rama sentence of aham त्यजामि is samsari aham purna rupena त्यजामि. You see, I am neither Rama nor Ichha to have anything, neither Iha nor Spruha. Aham Tejami. What a powerful thing. Good. Read again and again Yoga Vasishta. I know it is little deeper and tougher than other texts to remember, but then why underestimate ourselves? Karte jaye to hoega shayad. So today's thought is this one mainly. Key comparing with the great stalwarts are the standards expected out of us from the study of Shastra, knowing where do we stand, then our own operation and our own prayers. जब तक ताकत एनर्जी है करते रहे, जब नहीं है तो प्रार्थना करें. Isn't it? Both of them. The deep intense prarthana, but it should not make us irresponsible or lazy कि मैंने प्रार्थना कर दी तो वह उनका काम है. That also is moha maya. I also have to do. Same time when I am doing, don't imagine that by our doings either we can come out of maya or we can recognize the divine. Never happens. It is only Ishwarecha. Therefore, Ishwaranugrahartham prarthana also. Both of them at the highest peak level, complementing with each other our efforts and our prayers to God. When it happens, then definitely these lower stages we cross and little decent substantial stage of spiritual growth we reach to where we can claim that self-respect. Yeah, मैं थोड़ा अभी यहाँ आ चुका हूँ. Like we have that one small ray of self-respect that we are able to maintain our regularity in studying Shastra. Very vague, very rare, very small ray it is because has it changed our life fully? उसके हिसाब से इस सत्संग के महिमा को हम एस्टिमेट कर सकते हैं. When we remain as same कामी क्रोधी एंड ऑल, तो इसका असर कम ही हुआ ना. उस दृष्टि से कह रहे वेरी स्मॉल रे, isn't it? But in this way, we can even see in us by the grace and efforts, yeah, I'm little better now, able to do my japa correctly, able to do the upasana correctly, isn't it? I am doing my mananam sufficiently and satisfactorily, not sufficiently. Then the dhyanam, if not every day, at least once in 4 days, I am getting reminded of it, I am doing. In our case, the dhyana is the Anvaya Vyatireka of sadhanas by which we reject our sopadika jiva bhava and identify our nirupadika brahma tattva as guided by the Rumo Gita Shastra. तो ये स्टेज भी बढ़िया है और भी ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो गया उसमें, मोर इंटेंस अग्रेसिव यार, then the results will be obvious, then the confidence level also will be high. इस तरह से हमको धीरे 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 धीरे, just like a born child growing, it's not that suddenly he's become 80 years, 90 years old. Every day, every age, every, he was going through and facing all challenges during those periods of modifications, etc. बेचारा दिमाग लगाता नहीं इसलिए टेंशन नहीं दबता. अदरवाइज there is a struggle, bodily struggles, mind struggle, ego struggle. That is how the individuals go on growing, evolving. Spirituality में भी ऐसा ही होता है. So maybe recognize all this, involve intensely, help ourselves by ensuring the growth. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Nirdhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishajye Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namah. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Shruti Smriti Purana Namalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Vidita Shastra Sudha Jaradhe Mahitopanishad Kathitartha Nidhe Hrudaye Kalaye Vimalam Charanam Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvataitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasya Adilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachram Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavathaitam Trigurarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Vidyacharibhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha Shri Shwethashwathara Upanishadacharyebhyo Namaha अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधः सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगति अस्मिन् कर्मणि निश्चितानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः पारायणमध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे शंकर भाष्य समेत करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकम। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शांति मंत्र। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ संबंध भाष्यम। फ्रेंड्स, द जीनियस ऑफ लॉर्ड Adi Shankara in general we see everywhere, but in particular we have to recognize in the Sambandha Bhashya given by him to this Shwethashwathara Upanishad. How precisely and completely, without missing anything, but in a very precise, shortest cut manner, he has given all the three things which are the essence of all the Veda Vedanta Shastra study and the things we have to know. The essence of the knowledge we have to gain, the essence of all Shastras in a precise but without missing anything, in a complete form. The three aspects, the way he has given to us here. You know, it's his genius and it is kindness, it is his compassion. And for our joy and beauty, the study of this, if it gives us clear understanding, we can be satisfied that our study also of Shastras, from whatever the time we have started, has become fruitful. And even if someone has not studied any other Shastra Upanishad, straight away coming to this, for him also, the essence and gist of all Shastra or the minimum thing what one has to know as the goal to achieve, they will be clear. देखो about, let us say, first point, our own real essential nature as well as the goal to be reached. चित सदानंद अद्वितीय ब्रह्म, चित सत आनंद अद्वितीय ब्रह्म. अब पांच ही पांच शब्दों में, only in the 5 words he has explained it is Atma Abhi. The Atman, the self, which is my goal, I have to establish is Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma. अब देखो, any number of shastras you study, this is what is finally told about the Brahma Swarupa Lakshana. Precisely, but completely he gave us. It is his genius and kindness. We have to acknowledge and salute him and extend our gratitudes. And how do we do all that? Not by Tali Baja or giving him Bharat Ratna and all, but ourselves receiving that knowledge into our heart. Hereafter, there should be no doubt to us that our goal is Chit Sadananda Advitiya Brahma Swam. ये हमारा ट्रिब्यूट उनके लिए, because such Mahatmas don't write such books or commentaries for Padma Vibhushana, Padma Bhushanas or Tali Bajana. They write it for us to understand and evolve. And if you do that, that becomes their, um, that becomes our act, that makes them happy. That will be our offering to them. When a good food is made by the women at home, what she expects? सब अच्छी तरह खाकर तृप्त हो जाए, isn't it? That's what her appreciation here also. Now the second thing also, last 3 days we have thoroughly studied how we, though Chitsadananda Advitiya Brahma, have come to the level of, you know, commanding by all our misdoings, the variety of Janma Marana in Suranara Tiryak Shariradisu Sancharan. Such a Chitsadananda Advitya Atma, me, have become the Sanchari, the Bhatakti Atma in Suranara Tiryak Shariras. Now, see in those 7 8 lines only, Bhagavan Adishankara has given the entire things to be understood as to how this downfall has happened. This is the essence of all Upanishads, all Shastras, all the discoveries made by all the Mahatmas. कितना क्लैरिटी है वहाँ, है ना? What is avidya is clearly explained. What is the relation with me and my avidya, that also is explained, isn't it? In that relation level only, when I have given chance importance more to avidya, allowed it to dominate me, slowly it became the binding, powerful binding effect. It started binding. Okay? Now I am not going to repeat all the sentences and explain them again. It will be the whole class. Just you can remember. Swa ashrayaya, swa anubhava gamyaya, swa vishayaya, avidyaya, प्रतिबद्ध स्वाभाविक अनेक पुरुषार्थ अनेक अनर्थ प्राप्ति देन अविद्याकृत उपाधि तादात्म्य. Because of that, ishta praptim apurushartam purushartam manyamanaha mokshartam alabhamanaha. Then makaradibihi iva ragadibihi itastataha akrusyamanaha suranara tiryagadi yonishu sancharan. Isn't it? With Shuddha Sattva Guna, if each of these sentences are studied, the entire picture of downfall or where are we going wrong or what exactly is happening, we will clearly know. In fact, the second portion, first portion is what we seek. Second portion, health, that is. Second portion is the diagnosis of all our disease. The third portion is the treatment. To make us healthy, the first thought. See how systematic, how clear, how complete are these three topics precisely brought out. और इससे सिंपल कोई नहीं कह सकते मेरे ख्याल में. तो सिंपल होना कोई भी कहेगा, बट उसमें कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, है ना? कंप्लीट कोई कह सकता है, बट अगेन नॉट सिंपल, विल मेक इट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. नॉन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, कंप्लीट, सिंपल, कंप्लीट. Now, solution we have started studying yesterday. Every step, please real listen, is a foolproof step to help us to move ahead. Therefore, ruthlessly that has to be done. Let us not get digressed from these set sadhanas as a solution. You know, for any temptation or for any reasoning and doing the justification. Let us not do that. In the solution aspect, the third part of Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Sambandham Bhashyam, every sentence, what he is indicating as the step by step solution for the opposite problem of Janma Marana Samsara, please let us not replace it. Let us not try to improve upon it with all our funny things. Just ruthlessly act upon that, we will be quickly blessed. ये साधनाएं इतनी सुंदर है, बढ़िया है, कंप्लीट है. All our listening of Shastras in their summary lead us to this understanding only. And the sadhanas also are these only. Okay. Now half of it we have seen, remaining half I will see. First, kenapi sukruta karmana. Okay. Sukruta karmana. By doing some or the other punya karma. So focus on that in every day's our life. There will be sukruta karmas done, aiming at only the Chit Sadananda Advitiya Atma Prapti. How this sukruta karma leads to that phala, we need not know. The Lord will make that connection. Isn't it? How when you put your card and type your own password, the money is coming from the ATM. You need not know the machine installing people have made that setup. Isn't it? How when I open the tap, water is coming. Where is the river reservoir? How come what? You need not worry, open the tap, take the water. The arrangements are made there. Switch on karo, bulb glowing. How come? Just switch it on, enjoy. Arrangements are made there. So to keep Sukrita Karma doing with the Sankalpa for the Chit Sadananda Advitiya Atma Prapti. How the connection between this and that, need not worry, the Lord will see it will happen. But this Sukrita Karma, if it is done for any other Phala Apeksha, that Phala will come, but this we will miss. That one thing can be added here. So, Kenapi Sukrita Karmana. Then, Brahmanadi Adhikari Shariram Praptaha. So, we have exhaustively seen yesterday. Only one thing will add now. What it is? If you have already got the Brahmana Sharira, understand that it is a result of earlier life Sukrita Karma and it is given for the spiritual sadhana. That should not be spoiled or wasted. And what was discussed yesterday? Add this Brahmana Sharira. If it is Stula and Sukshma and Karana, all the three, we are lucky. And only Sthula Brahmana Sharira we got means born in Brahmana family. But the Sukshma Sharira is Chandal ki tarah hai. So then that's no good. Mold it. Don't allow it to degrade to that level. Sometimes even Sharira is not Brahmana, but the Antakarana is Brahmana type, then that is okay. The Sukshma Sharira. Understand that that is given to me because of my Purvaka Punya Karma and given to me for my the Chit Sadananda Aditya Atma Prapti Sadhana. That is why he said कि ब्राह्मणादि अधिकारी शरीर अधिकार है उस शरीर में साधना करने की. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट सेकंड थॉट. ऑलरेडी मिला है स्थूल या सूक्ष्म शरीर ब्राह्मण का जो अधिकारी शरीर है, दैट इज फॉर परमात्मा प्राप्ति. लेट अस रियलाइज इट, नॉट फॉर एनीथिंग एल्स. सो ब्राह्मणादि शरीरम प्राप्त. देन कम्स what is a brahmana lakshana. Whether he is born in brahmana family, it is good, or having the brahmana antakarana, even if not born. In the Kali Yuga, this interpretation we have to give because of the admixture of the shariras and gunas. Very in a bhayankara rupa they are there. Because the whole scheme of this varna ashrama is so much tarnished, mutilated, spoiled that you can't expect. अब क्या बताएं उसके लिए? You are seeing it. Therefore, focus on both Brahmana Sharira and Brahmana Antakarana or Sukshma Sharira. So for both, only Sukshma Sharira है ब्राह्मण का, वेलकम. बोथ सूक्ष्म स्थूल दोनों है तो बहुत बढ़िया. और भी सिर्फ सूक्ष्म शरीर है ब्राह्मण का, वो भी चलेगा. So what are the lakshanas of the Brahmana? Out of many, many. Yesterday we saw Shamodavastava Shaucham Kshantirarjam Evacha Jnana Vijnana Mastikyam Brahma Karma Svabhavajam. Bhagavan Krishna tells us in Gita 18, chapter 48 sloka. तो यहाँ कह रहे हैं सिंपल, व्हाट इज इट, कि ईश्वरार्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन, ओके, अपगत रागादि मलः. The one who is doing this, the one who is doing this for this result, he is called as Brahman. So clear definition. The one who does his own swadharma karma with a thought of Ishvara Arpana, you know, Ishvara Artha Karma Anushthanena. He is doing all the karmas to be done, and he is doing all the karmas to be done as Anushtanam, and he is doing all of them for the Ishwarartham, not for his own Swartham, not for somebody else in the friends or family circle, not even for anything or being in the world outside. Only Ishwarartham. इसमें तीन शब्द हम हिंदी में कहेंगे, आप समझ लेना. एक ईश्वर के लिए, दूसरा ईश्वर के अनुग्रह के लिए, तीसरा ईश्वर प्राप्ति के लिए. द अर्थम वर्ड, अर्थम इज पर्पस ना, तो अर्थम वर्ड कैन बी गिवन दीज थ्री मीनिंग्स टू बी सेफ. तो ईश्वरार्थम ईश्वर के लिए, ईश्वरार्थम ईश्वर अनुग्रह के लिए, ईश्वरार्थम ईश्वर को पाने के. Oh Lord, I am doing this for your grace so that I reach you. Isn't it? Simple meaning is what? Offering to the God. ईश्वरार्थम मतलब उनके लिए, like पुत्रार्थम और संतानार्थम, the mother cooks the food, keeps on the dining table. There's nothing difficult to understand. Children eat and they go, family members. So a Brahmana does karma, whatever he has to do, only that. A Brahmana does his karma as an anusthana. He will not compromise that for his tamoguna, rajoguna, or any distractions, disturbances, doubts, despairs, dejections, nothing doing. उसी को कहते हैं अनुष्ठान, की कुछ भी अवान्तर या विघ्न आए नहीं छोड़े, हम उनको करेंगे. That is called अनुष्ठान. That itself is a great achievement. Like morning, evening classes, we attend with an anusthana buddhi. That is a great conquering of the senses and mind and other obligations, and everything is a test. For a spiritual seeker, everything is a test from the God, and we should not give an option of failing in the test. It is by our choice only we fail. Reduce them, make them zero if possible. Every time we have to pass. What is the passing? अनुष्ठान को किए बिना नहीं छोड़े, उसी को अनुष्ठान कहते. Doing is different from doing it as अनुष्ठान. In doing, there are a lot of excuses, gaps, or reduction in the intensities of the doing. Nobody will be there to ask us, कब किया किया, नहीं तो नहीं किया. That is mere doing it is. But the anushtana means what? Even temperature 104, we are in the class. Isn't it? Even we are in the Himalayan Everest में चढ़े, if it is a class time, 1 घंटा उस बर्फ में सत्संग सुन के ही उतरना है. Even with Prime Minister, you are in the Dwaraka, समुद्र के पानी के अंदर हो तो उस समय क्लास सुनना है. That's called अनुष्ठान. That attitude. Otherwise, the mind starts becoming stronger. Our anushtana becomes weaker. You know, see, you can observe in our life. एक दिन अनुष्ठान छोड़ दी, तोड़ दी, तो अगले दिन भी छोड़ने तोड़ने को मन होता है. तीसरे दिन, चौथे दिन. Within few days, we'll see we have developed other anushtana, half totally absent from the class. मजा आता है सुनकर देखकर. This is how we are uh, cheated by our own minds and our own succumbing to our mind suggestion. यही तो जीतना है ना हमको. अब देखो इतना समझने के बाद दिस एवरीथिंग इज ब्रह्मन, एवरीथिंग अदर देन ब्रह्मन इज डेल्यूशन. After this understanding, there's nothing in the world worthy of valuing, isn't it? Nothing, nothing means nothing. That's it. Anyway, these things will not click just like that. हम तो भी बचपना में है ना, टाइम लगेगा, कोई नहीं. So coming to the point, a Brahmana does his own karma only as Anushtana, but that is Ishwarartham. So, whenever we are doing it, at that time we are Brahmana. Whenever we are not doing it, sometime that time that we are not Brahmana. Like I am doing this lecture. If this Anushtana Pravachanam I am doing as Ishwarartham, at this moment I am Brahmana. If I miss that attitude is for Ishvara, and if it is, I bring the thought that it is for me, then it is not Brahmana karma, it is a Vaishya Shudra Kshatriya karma. गिर गया उस स्थिति से. Now picturize that a Brahmana doing his karma anushtana. क्या karma? We have seen from Gita, Shamo, Dama, Stapa, इत्यादि. While doing all of that, what for whom for he is doing? हे ईश्वरा ये आपके समर्पण के लिए. It is offering to you. In that what is said, I am not expecting any karma phala. Why? If I expect karma phala, then ishta prapti jo apurushartha hai, purushartha manyamanaha, we fall in that category. Then we'll be like the makara, that raga advi itastata akrushyamanaha, surarara tiriyag. वो प्रॉब्लम इसी से हुआ ना वो. सो उपाधि तादात्म्यता से उपाधियों के लिए कर्म करने से ही जन्म मरण रूप में संसार में फंस गए हम उपाधि से तादात्म्य नहीं करते हुए, लेकिन उपाधियों से ही जो कर्म अनुष्ठान के रूप में करना है करते हुए, वी आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग एनी रिजल्ट फॉर अस. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ईश्वरार्थम. व्हेन दैट इज डन, then the no new vasana formation will be done. Prarabdha also gets exhausted. Okay, this is the 50% of brahman. अरे भाई अब ईश्वर के लिए हम कर रहे हैं, तो हम अपने लिए क्यों नहीं मांग, कुछ नहीं मांग रहे, तो फिर करें क्यों? क्योंकि न प्रयोजनम अनुद्देश्य मंदोपि प्रवर्तते. Without any prayojana, even a dull-witted fool also will not involve in doing anything. कर्म अनुष्ठान आई एम डूइंग, यू से ईश्वर अर्पणम, उसे मुझे क्या मिलना है? See that question, its validity. But answer is more important. The answer given by Bhagavan Adi Shankara is what? Ki apagata ragadi malaha. He is called as Brahmana who is aiming at apagati, removal of the mala called raga, dvesha, kama, krodha from his heart. देखो ब्राह्मण का डेफिनेशन आज हमको मिल गया कि नहीं. And therefore the opposite things if somebody does, even he is Brahman, born as Brahmana, he is not Brahmana then. Then don't say no. Swami, thank God, I am not Brahmin now, so therefore I can have all these negative guna. उसको फिर ऐसे मत समझना. Isn't it? We have come to study the Upanishads means you are Brahman at this 1 hour. आगे पीछे भगवान जाने. The one who is strengthening the ragadi mala in him, and he is Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra. As a Kshatriya, he dominates them, towards whom he has got ragadi. As a Vaishya, he does the trading with them. And as a Shudra, he only wants sukha from them for himself, whether they are things or objects or beings, towards whom he has got the raga. Isn't it? Only a Brahmana can focus on Paramatma. What is that which hinders our focus on Paramatma is the ragadi. So they have to be taken as mala and they have to be eliminated, apagati. And that is achieved through this Ishwararpana karma. See that Shankara Bhagavan's guidance, how simply superb and perfectly simple. Now, as we were saying few minutes back, in listening, understanding, accepting, and practicing, The sadhanas indicated by Shankara Bhagavan here, we have to be ruthless. We should never look for alternative. We should never try to dilute it nor neglect it or be careless about. नहीं चलेगा. So far the three things are: I must be a Brahmana, I must do my karma anushtana with Ishwarartham, then I must aim at the result of this as the raga adi mala should go away from me. For that, raga adi are the mala. Because of that only, truth I am not apprehending as it is. Because of that only, I am not walking toward the truth. Because of raga adi mala only, towards whatever the raga dvesha are there, towards that only my mind, my vyavahara is pulled, and I am continuing to be a samsari. This picture should be pakka understood. This is a most neglected thing at our immaturity level of spirituality. That one side, while claiming ourselves to be Adhyatmika Sadhaka, other side within our heart, we have Raga Adi Dosha towards so many things and beings around. आप देखो इसको कितना गंभीरता से विस्तार से समझना है देख लो भैया होमवर्क है आई विल नॉट एक्सप्लेन दैट इज व्हाट वी सेड टुडे इन द बिगिनिंग the pain, the delivery pains. है ना? The raga adi, raga adi means raga, dvesha towards the people, kama, krodha adi towards the object, situations, etc. जिनको लेकर हम जी रहे थे इतने साल, है ना, इतने जन्म, नो उनको एनिमी के रूप में देखना, उनको छोड़ने का हिम्मत और हौसला रखना, सो पेनफुल इट इज, है ना? It is like the Christians getting convinced to stop converting Hindus. It is like the Muslims stopping to hate Hindus. It is so difficult क्योंकि दिन भर वही सिखाया जाता है उनको जिंदगी भर. How tough it is for them, to think it otherwise. In the same way, it's tough for us to accept that the ragadi are the mala and therefore they have to be washed. क्योंकि हमारा सपोर्टिव वो है कोई ना कोई वस्तु के प्रति व्यक्ति के प्रति निरंतर राग अंदर चलता ही रहता है हैंडेड आशाएं raga for already who are around us and the raga for the new who will come in our life and all the grandchild or then raga towards it वो था ही नहीं 10 दिन पहले अब जन्म लिया आप देखो लगेगा उसके साथ जिंदगी पूरा not accounting that every moment of our time is going away. Precious moment of human life. Then see the amount of justifications we do. See how we thwart the grace and guidance and blessings of the Guru by only one thing called as Ragadi Mala. बेचारा गुरु फेल डिसअपॉइंट होकर दुखी होकर चले जाते तो हम तो उनको तत्व ज्ञान देकर मुक्त कराना चाहते हैं वो लोग तो हमको ऐसे डरा धमका के भगाया कि शट अप माय न्यू ग्रैंड चाइल्ड हैज कम हाउ डेयर यू कम इन माय लाइफ स्वामी गेट आउट रागादि दोष कितना हमको दुखी करते हैं मला बट वी डोंट रिकॉग्नाइज इट दैट इज व्हाई द डीप इंक्वायरी अबाउट व्हाट इज सत्य असत्य नित्य अनित्य then only we recognize ragadi are troubling us. We recognize they are the enemies. We recognize the need of apagati, removal of them. Isn't it? नहीं तो फिर मन उधर ही खींचा जाता रहेगा हमेशा. All our studying Shastra deeply, understanding it deeply, doing meditation very deeply, experiencing myself to be beyond all upadhi, ये सारा ड्रीम ही रहेगा. इवन इफ वी आर ड्रीमिंग इट और ड्रीम भी नहीं है तो कौन क्या करे नाउ यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंप्लीट बट सिंपल बट ruthlessly भगवान आदिशंकर इज गाइडिंग अस अबाउट साधन सिंपल कंप्लीट बट ruthless If you don't do Sukruti, you will not get Brahmanadi Adhikari Sharira. Having gained the Brahmana Adhikara Sharira, if we are not doing Karma Anushtana, then we become lazy Tamoguni. But that Karma Anushtana is done for my own self, I become Rajoguni. But it has to be done for the Ishvara. Every karma which we are expected to do, supposed to do. Then the result of that to be seen in what? Apagata Ragadi Malaha. You know? Apagata Ragadi Malaha. Now the next one is very essential. सबसे इस पोर्शन में हमारे लिए कोई और इम्पोर्टेंट बात है तो ये वाला. What it is? I'll just study it today. So touch it little bit. Study in detail tomorrow. कि अनित्यत्व आदि दर्शनेन उत्पन्न इह अमुत्र अर्थ भोग विराग. ओके, फ्रॉम पीछे से एक एक पॉइंट हम बताएंगे. नेक्स्ट स्टेज एज द रागादि मल आर रिड्यूसिंग इन अस is to be achieved is viraga. First point. Okay. Where from the viraga? Bhoga viraga. Bhoga of what? Artha bhoga viraga. Okay. Artha of what? Iha amutra. Iha here, amutra hereafter. Artha objects. Bhoga enjoyment. Viraga. Vairagya towards them. So iha amutra artha phala bhoga viraga. The definition he gave in the Tattvabodha Bhagavan writes here. Okay. The whole sentence is Utpanna iha amutra artha phala bhoga viraga. हमारे अंदर उत्पत्ति होना है. यह अमुत्र अर्थ फल भोग विराग. यहाँ ही भी दूसरे लोक में भी अर्थों के प्रति भोग करने का राग नहीं होना है, वैराग्य. हाउ डू यू डेवलप इट इज द क्रूशियल पॉइंट. If this is done, it is achieved. If it is not done, never it is achieved. What it is? कि अनित्यत्वादि दर्शनेन. This is called as प्रतिपक्ष भावना एंड द्रोष दृष्टि. इसका थोड़ा ज्यादा ही डिस्कस करना बनता है हमको इस स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ में. Isn't it? थोड़ा सा 5-6 मिनट लगेगा. कल हम देखेंगे. बट द लिटरल मीनिंग इज व्हाट? अनित्यत्वादि दर्शनेन. है ना? If there were not to be any nitya vastu, then we can justify our pursuit for the anitya. Isn't it? When there is a nitya, why should we go for the anitya? Now here a question. But फिर भी अनित्य है, लेकिन इतना मजा आ रहा है ना, मैंने एंजॉय किया, वो उतना मजा आया मुझे. The answer should be फिर भी वो अनित्य है. There is something nitya. Then all the bhoga sukha ananda which we get in anitya, all of them are part and parcel of nitya only. Again, anityatva adi, the word is used. You know, agama paino anityaha tan dhitsakshva bharata tan stitikshasva bharata Gita mein. So anityatva adi means अनित्य है, दृश्य रूप है, जड़ रूप है, परिवर्तनशील है, हमें मोह में डुबाने वाले हैं, हमें अपने गुलाम बना सकते हैं, फिर शाश्वत रूप से हमें नित्य परमात्मा से दूर रखते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड अनित्यत्व आदि दोष दर्शनेन उत्पन्न इह अमुत्र अर्थ भोग विराग is the next sadhana, which is the toughest one. Isn't it? Only then our indulgence in the bhoga first physically we withdraw from. Then only from the mind also the bhoga pravrittis go away. Then only the yoga vrittis come to unite with the God. Not otherwise, my dear friends. Okay. Only with this Utpanna Utpanna अनित्यत्वादि दर्शन उत्पन्न यह अमूत्र अर्थ भोग विराग के बाद ही then when we go to the Guru, whatever is teaching about Tattvamasi, we will be able to grasp straight away and contemplate and reject the Anatman and identify with the Atman will happen. So those 2-3 sentences are the next sentences. Bhagavan Shankara is going to give us. One more day we will need to study that one. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramanushibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Hmm.